on the road in this friendly town, nobody's a pushover. And the big guy is bad.
Ready? Go!
The competitors, in the yellow shirt, George Kent from Newport News, Virginia. In the white shirt, Jack Wynn from Mission Hill, California. As they get off to a very tense start. A few of the rules. Competition takes place atop a table that's 41 inches high. The contestants must face each other, establish a fighting grip with the right hands, while the left hands clasp across the table and lock each competitor into place. You see Wynn pushing Kent's wrist down toward his arm. The winner is declared when one wrestler forces his opponent's wrist, hand, or forearm not down to the table, but rather against his own left arm as it rests on the table. And you can see Wynn across the table facing you has almost accomplished just that, with George Kent still hanging on. There are 4 referees for final matches, 3 referees for each match before the finals, and those referees can disqualify either competitor at any time for trying to gain an unfair advantage by moving an elbow, altering the grip, pulling his opponent's wrist away from the middle of the table, or any of a number of other possible violations. There's George Kent. And now Kent was the man with the advantage. Their hands came apart. And George Kent has been declared the winner. That Kent purposely broke the grip.
How am I supposed to hold something when they let go of me? How do you hold on to something?
And many people in this crowd are stunned and confused by that decision. So we'll try to get a word with the chief referee. A man to watch in the heavyweight division. He's from Royal Oak, Michigan, part of a fully outfitted team of wrist wrestlers here from Michigan. Mikulik finished 5th in the competition 3 years ago, has not competed for the past 2 years because he had trouble with a broken collarbone, but he weighed in at over 300 pounds this morning and has had no trouble at all in his preliminary matches. And there he goes, another opponent down in less than 2 seconds, and Joe Mikulik continues his march through the heavyweight division. Now you watch in slow motion, see the tremendous power of Joe Mikulik as he puts down Rod Sanborn, 271 pounds from Anchorage, Alaska. Look at those arms. Back in Petaluma now for the final round matches of the World Wrist Wrestling Championship. This hall filled with screaming fans choosing a man to root for in the featherweight championship match. As you look at Steve Busby, the defending champion in this division, his opponent across the table will be George Kent, a 33-year-old construction foreman from Newport News, Virginia. You'll recall that Kent advanced earlier on that controversial disqualification of Jack Wynn. Busby closes his eyes, goes into his own personal trance. Get ready for this match. Referee Dave DeVoto cementing the grip.
All right. Ready?
There's the start. No immediate advantage. A lot of these matches are over in a hurry, just a couple of seconds or so, but as we get into this championship round, they will become longer and more competitive. Busby yelling at the referee. It looks as though Kent's gripping technique is causing controversy once again. Busby's just inches away from a victory.
Put your hand down.
And now he's got it. So Steve Busby repeats as champion going to show you 3 earlier semifinal matches from different weight divisions, 2 of them involving the man on the right, Clay Rosenkrantz. There you saw him losing to Bob Howell, the man on the left and the defending champion in the medium weight division. But Rosenkrantz, the only man or woman here today competing in 2 weight divisions, won a semifinal match later in the lightweight division to earn the right to meet that man, Joe Rarick, the defending champion in that division. You see his wife urging him on as Rarick, who is one of the most unusual characters here, won that match and moved on into the championship, rooting for her husband, Joe Rarick, the man in the middle of the screen. On the right of the screen behind referee Dave DeVoto, 21-year-old Clay Rosenkrantz. Rosenkrantz has an advantage early. Rosenkrantz, who's had to fight twice as many matches as anyone else today, has won the lightweight championship over defending champion Joe Rarick. You saw Kathy Rarick slump in disappointment. What an accomplishment by Rosenkrantz. Ready now for the final match in the men's medium weight division. Men of 175 to 200 pounds. The man with his back to you, Vaughn Cartwright, one of the great stories in the competition. We'll get to that in a moment. His opponent facing you, Bob Howell. There is Howell's father in the first row. Bob Howell of Reno, Nevada, who's the defending champion. Vaughn Cartwright, a longtime athletic hero in this area, is a man with only one leg. He lost his right leg in an industrial accident years ago. Right now, though, he is getting an advantage over Bob Howell in this championship match. You see Howell all the way down on the table, trying to withstand the great strength of Vaughn Cartwright. Cartwright has been close in this competition before. He's very close to a championship now, and he has it. Vaughn Cartwright, what a courageous competitor, a man with only one leg, wins it all. Women's open weight division, women over 135 pounds. The woman on your screen right now is Jane Carpenter, the challenger, 38 years old, a welder from Patterson, California. Her opponent in the red shirt on the right of the screen, Mildred Choplik, the defending champion. Mildred Choplik, 29 years old, from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, wins again. Another championship for Mildred Choplik in the women's open weight division, and she did it very quickly and easily. And with that bear hug, you can see that she is a woman of considerable size and strength. Now there are only 2 matches left in the competition. The first is the Women's Lightweight Championship. This is for women 135 pounds and under. The defending champion is the woman on your screen, Deborah Lyle, 24 years old, a graduate student in education at the University of California at Davis. Won this championship last year and has won the California Women's Championship 4 years in a row. Her competitor, Sue Murdoch, 22 years old, from Grand Rapids, Michigan, in this competition for the first time. And now they have the little tactical battle over the grip. Deborah Lyle very upset with Sue Murdoch's gripping tactics. This crowd intense.
Do you object to her covering your thumb? All right, here's a free thumb.
That is the chief referee, Dave DeVoto.
You want your thumb free? You don't care. Don't move. You move it to 1. Now you're both in good position. The hands.
You have to feel that part of that little competition for the grip is psychological.
Go!
Sue Murdoch on her first trip here against Deborah Lyle, the defending champion. Even match so far. Stamina becomes a huge factor in these matches. Referees watching both of the left arms on the table to prevent them from raising up to facilitate an illegal touch. Remember, it's wrist against wrist that causes a victory here, not wrist against the table. Sue Murdoch still with an advantage. How long can Deborah Lyle hold on? Well, that's it. An upset victory for this United Parcel worker from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And she is excited.
Congratulations. Well, those are tears of happiness, obviously. Are you surprised at all? Or were you confident you could beat her?
I'm scared. I'm scared all the way.
Well, you didn't look scared.
Back at PETALUMA, California, this crowd ready for the final match of the day. The men's heavyweight championship, the big event This man you've seen once before, Joe McCulloch, 22-year-old insurance salesman from Royal Oak, Michigan. You see him applying chalk to the soles of his shoes for maximum traction. McCulloch uses regular athletic shoes, not the built-up model that so many competitors prefer, but he can apply just about as much leverage as he needs to with his own size and strength. Across the table from him, his opponent, Dean Kristensen, 28-year-old concrete construction worker from Portland, Oregon. And at 272 pounds, Dean Kristensen would have a big weight advantage over most of the people he wrist wrestles against, but he's about 30 pounds lighter than Joe McCulloch. There you see the left hands gripping in the middle of the table, directly under the area, small area, where the battle takes place. Now Kristensen and McCulloch solidifying their grip on each other.
It's going to be a long count. Don't pull. Do not pull. Ready?
And they're off. Toughest match of the day for McCulloch. None of the others that he's had have lasted this long. Dean Kristensen staying with him. Now McCulloch's got him going. Dave DeVoto looking for the touch. And he wins it. Joe McCulloch from Royal Oak, Michigan. 5th 3 years ago. Missed the competition for the last 2 years.